Hello, everyone, and welcome to the September edition of MPMA TV. I am Brenda Hawley, and we are in September, which is Workforce Development Month, which is a very busy month for MPMA. And because of that, I am not with Myrika Schneider today, the Director of Workforce Development. So we have had to do a recording separately, but I wanted to ask Myrika what checklist of things our members and manufacturers could be doing to staying on top of workforce development in their workforce or in their shop or manufacturing space. And she came up with some very great ideas that you are going to hear about next. 5 things that you can do to keep your shop ahead of workforce development challenges. So without further ado, here's Myrika Schneider, and we will look forward to seeing you next month for Manufacturing Month and our Workforce Development Update on MPMA TV.
Hello out there. Welcome to another edition of MPMA TV, coming to you from a very busy time as we get into Manufacturing Month here in the state of Minnesota, and lots of fun events are happening. And just for all of our members out there and other folks who might be interested to know, hey, like we are getting into Manufacturing Month. What does that mean? What should I be focused on? What should I be doing? And what does that all mean for growth and business in the state of Minnesota? And what I want to say is that it's really a great time to make a checklist and start to think about how you can become a stronger presence within the state of Minnesota in terms of the workforce. And that's what Manufacturing Month is all about. It's to, again, bring awareness, bring knowledge, and encourage folks to get involved and participate. And there are a few ways that you can do that as an employer. And one of those, the first thing is just creating that strong employer brand. I know that sometimes, especially when you're a small business, you're not so much worried about everyone knowing who you are or having this really strong brand messaging, but that can really, really help you stand out. Think of the Minnesota Manufactured campaign for example here at MPMA, building that, trying to bring awareness to what that is, what is manufacturing? And we started with people saying, I don't even know what manufacturing is, to, hey, like I've seen that in this place. I've seen it in this place. I've seen it in this place. And so that collaboration that we have with the Center of Excellence to really help bring that brand to life. Think about that for your brand and building that, whether it's just in your local space through social media or even leveraging MPMA to be a resource for you as well. Secondly, really think about building awareness and engagement. So, how you can do that, especially in this next month or two, is to really partner with your local schools within your community. And so, whether that's middle school, high school, another technical college, but working with them, talking with them, going into the classroom, allowing them to come take a tour into your facility. That really seems to be where right now we have the largest gap, is being able to take a busload of kids and bring them to a school or bring them to a facility from a school and let them truly see what it's like in the day-to-day operations of a facility. And if you, as the manufacturer employer, are able to really establish that relationship one-on-one, it really can help inform what those programs are at the schools on the local level as well. And then we always say this, but invest in training and upskilling. That would be number three. So again, we know it's hard as a small to medium-sized business when you don't always have the capacity, but really figuring out ways to invest. And even if it's a continuing ed class for some of your employees, maybe it's just some online training even. It can be as simple as that, but just starting to leverage some of those, again, available resources for you, and then begin to think about how this could maybe be grown into an apprenticeship program or some other training programs that can help you really make your staff feel very valued, and also create just a really nice cohesive environment within your organization. And you've got staff who are going to be with you for a long time, so that frees up other resources from having to worry about recruitment, because now you're focused on retaining those employees. And so that brings me to my next top thing to think about is strengthening that retention and engagement. So that kind of goes back to that upskilling and training or training investment. And can we provide mentorship opportunities within our organization? If I have Joe who's been here for 50 years and I'm bringing in Steve, and how do we make a connection? Maybe Joe is just like, I'm good. I don't need to move up on the ranks, right? But he does have a lot of knowledge to share. So maybe that is a great opportunity to provide some of those other employee development pieces for some of your staff who've been around for a long time. So it doesn't always necessarily have to be on a leadership scale or an HR scale. It can really be within the dynamic of the shop floor for those who have a lot of knowledge to share, and that can really help build that supportive workplace culture. And the last thing I'll share as we come into October and some things to think about if you want to make a checklist and say, what should I be focused on for workforce in the coming months and as we wrap up 2025, but really collaborating and leveraging your resources. Here at MPMA, we are here to be a bridge, a connector, and to help you utilize some of the resources and things that we have available, but also connect you to folks that are within our networks as well, who might be able to help you build out that apprenticeship program or help you come up with other grant dollars. So we have grant funds here at MPMA. There are lots of other dollars that exist out there. And so we would be able to connect you to any folks who might say, hey, you want to bring this in, or you need a new piece of equipment, or you want to try this training program. Here you go. Here's some dollars. So it's kind of incredible the resources that are out there, but sometimes it can be challenging to find them because, you've got a lot going on. And then also think about partnering with other workforce boards, seeing what's going on in the community. Our local community-based organizations, they also have just different insights into workforce because they're really focused on what's happening with the labor market and what are the needs of individuals coming into employment, or what are the needs as people are beginning to exit employment if they're getting close to that retirement age. And so many things to think about for as you wrap up 2025. But really, right now, we're all focused on Manufacturing Month, and we hope you all will be too. And again, as I said, we encourage you to reach out at any time if you have questions, comments, need some assistance, whether small or large. Please don't hesitate to reach out. My contact info is always left in the comments below. And we hope to hear from you soon and hope you have a great rest of your September. And we'll see you on MPMA TV in October. Bye now.